Good evening, folks. It's 10:51 p.m. on a 26th day, 9th month, 2023, and this is your show. These are your skies, and you won't disguise the lies from my eyes in the sky. So I ask people to come to a post over here on my wall, which is this is me over here, and I'm full, and they say this is supposed to be a joke, and haha. And yeah, you see, I have 5,000, so I'm not allowed to have any more. And so I have comments limited to only friends because it's just too much to keep up with and try to give people the individual attention they require. Well, and we all require it is to fight this fight. So the first image I'm going to pick right here is South New Zealand because as I often do, I'll download the image. Wow. Okay, so we can have a quick look at this. And see if we can't pick up the chem from above that this is showing here. As you're down here, you got this beautiful valley with some natural weather occurred. You got like a creek or a river down here or something going on. And I'll take my time going over these because it's important that we do that. We're going to read your comments here. Hang on. And here is, where I got it all set up now. So you get like a natural weather occurred in those clouds here. It was a bit frosty this morning. Beautiful mountains up there, but not such beauty here up in the top clouds. You got to see these vapors here. You got a lot of indications of microwaves here. And it's got like a curve to it, like a pulse is going through these clouds here. So I'm gonna look and see if I could pick up any pulse image. You have obvious bomb deployment here. You see this square here, but if you look at it real close, as I zoom in on your image here, like where my middle finger is, the finger of fate. You see that center? That it's a little bit thicker than the wrist, and it's thrown out some deployments that have gone to the sides, and done other deployments. You have another square bomb field here and here. You get the triple shed. And as I zoom up, you see each one of these is a little pulp, boom, 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 whether it's powder or whether it's an explosion or what these chemicals are. It's not disclosed to us fully. And if our oppressors are doing it, the ones that, want fake food and fake meat and you depending upon fake things for your health, is that's something not healthy right there. That was not a natural cumulus cloud. Right here was the SS of the Schwab. See it right here? As I zoom in, you even see the pixels are showing the higher concentrations of white light, or in other words, a brighter cloud, or a boom, boom, boom. Here's a condensation. A lot of microwaves here in that mix. It making clouds out of these particles that were deployed. Heat them up, vibrate them, and then they're hotter than the air around them, and a condensate will form. Something is looping there. See that like a number 3, fizzy nerve. Hey, so that's a great shade. Which this one over here? See, you got a very good shade going here. So let's see if we can find it. And thank you very much, dear. Who is that? Mark Thompson for showing that. So let's see if we could pick up anything here in set viewer for the South Island of New Zealand down here. I don't know whereabouts in the South Island you are, where to start with all this shartons going on. But let's see if we can pick up that S. It's a pretty guy right here. Are you down here? You see that right there? Well, that could be exactly what we're looking at. So you would have had yours a couple hours ago, wasn't it? What time did you post it? 3 hours ago. That'll be about here. There's your S. It's right here. That'll be the mountains. So you was looking that way. You was standing here. You was pointing towards the sunrise that way. So I asked to take a picture of the sunrise. So I kind of had an idea where you was facing. So I think that's direct evidence there of how you would correlate their lies about what's in the sky with what you saw with your eyes. You see the Schwab sticker right there? These bombs being deployed. There's the S. Yeah, that was a great capture. Thank you for participating. You guys have still got time. I'm gonna refresh that a few times and go back to it. So that's what I see going on there with that. That's right. This is a participatory thing. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to show too much of that Malin. You got absolutely hammered here. A total whiteout. If there was not like a single drip of sunlight got to any of these trees or any of this nothing, oh, we seen your laundry. Hey, nice little grow hairs there. We seen it twice. So there was not much to show there, so I'm gonna move on. This here is I don't know where the bop is. Oh, to puking. Okay, so you're up in the puke. All right, what we got here? Let's see images. Let's get it going on. Wonk. All right, because this is your show. So this is great to have the sun back after so many days. Your gray muck, deluge, and sore throat. The fallout's been bad. I imagine you're going to be picking up some of the smoke from the ice fires as well, and some of the sand from the desert. So let's have a quick look at your image and see if we can find it after, because you've got a lot going on here. You got a lens flare here for the sun over here. But I'm looking at this here, this bunch of crap, and that's a whole mess of crap right here. That. Look what the middle finger is. See right there and there. 1, 2, 3 with a center point. Yep. And who says this is like coming straight at you? That could be a little bit sideways with that behind that, and this to create a certain dynamic on that cloud. You get a bit of the flower of death here. See all the points going toward the center on that one there. I'm circling it. My thumb is on the outside. I would tell my head, I would have just smacked the chem bombs away. Go, go, go. Yeah, quite a lot of deployments in this picture. Big curve of EMF waveforms. You get all the crap going into the distance. I don't see any birds flying by. So let's see what else I can see if I can pick up anything here. So again, we're in the pukins. So that should be over here, around up here, isn't it? I might need this map for a minute. Turn it off, turn it on. Hey, you want to see what's coming? Hit a low. Look what's coming. A little bit of witness for the old coast roads of ice coming low. So I'm watching the chem setting it up now in the heat. See over there at Kishkek. Any weather news for southeast Queensland near Brisbane? I imagine I got a lot of news for you guys. By the way, it's flooding in Fiji. Yeah, did they heed my warning when I busted their radar and said so? A couple of days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, I did a show and showed their radar beaming. And that was beaming the river of moisture New Zealand's way. If you keep an eye over here near Brisbane way, you'll see that not much has occurred. Yeah, but over here, something has. Showers and showers. Fires. You're ripe for the fires. I threw a corridor in here. I ain't seen enough rain. See right there? Coming in on Thursdays. The totals will be kind of heavy, but they put an EMF line. It came down about through here. You'll see it right here. On the National Loopy's got it. Right through here in that corridor they sit up. Right here. That's the no flow zones. Everything, all the storms will pinch out to that line. Yeah, that's the no flow zone. Look at this plaster here. Bzz, bzz. And that one shows up really well. Yeah, I'll get to you again, New Zealand. That shows up really well over here. They say that's just a glitch, right? These are atmospheric heaters making it hot. Well, that glitch has caused clouds to form in the shape of the glitch. Okay, so I say that that's a weather modification. Well, bzz, getting fried, causing the winds to go in a certain corridor. It's going to cause a backup of them around here. We got any fires over here right now? There's only one way I'm going to find out. Yeah. Lots. Well, Mighty straight line looking thing there. Well, that a big one right there. Oh, mighty straight. Are all of these like that? Alright, I got a homework. And I don't think it'll be listed for today yet. Oh, God, a bird in eyes. I'll get right back to the chemtrails in a minute. Right now I'm on the fire trail. And I'll do this kind of stuff when I travel as well. If anybody has any questions about what am I talking about, I'll be happy to show you. And if you told me that that's not even, you look at Madagascar or lots of smiles. But you guys hear this big fire is I was looking at it earlier. And these ones out here are very sus. Like the space of them lines just keeps reappearing in different formations. It's just there too often. One of them was so obvious. It was an absolute grid. When you see where there's nothing on there but the stuff, you see the patterns. And the space is there too often. Far too often. I'm making a nice curved road along here. Yeah, the fires are so sus. I'm not going to get into them right now because I'm going to get real upset if I do. And we don't want rubber to get real upset, do we? No, we won't have a nice weather show. Yeah, let's see if anything was showing up in southern New Zealand on your traffic cam over here. Because you was around, we picked up the SS around here. Well, you just look at the strait, have a quick look at what they, oh my. Tasman West, Whanganui. Patoyoi skies. Oh my. So let's see what we got going on here. Big square there with his center emanation point. You see that one cloud? It's got lines pointing. And that one's got lines pointing. And that's not one big square clouds. It's a whole bunch of them in a square formation. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. There's obvious wedges pointing at it. That's right there in that blown out square. Yeah, nothing extremely heavy. So let's go over here to Hastings and hasten a look at it. Not hastily, though. I like your guys' images better because I can zoom in on them. Good big square there with another square inside of it. Not very natural. The occurring cloud formation. Here's some low stragglers there. Not getting as much light. Okay, so it looks darker. They must be really proud of that. They did a good job cutting the grass. Makes me think donuts. Alright, what else we got going on here? Let's see what anybody else's pictures are showing today. So we moving on. Let's refresh this to see if anything else has appeared. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, not that one. That's my video. Do-do-do-do-do. We got 21 cameras moving up in the world. Alright, let's see what other ones we got here. Yours was horrendous at the Wollongong. It was absolutely horrendous. Look at this. Yeah, I was dang sure going to show this one. So what do we got going on here? Look at the big squares up top. Big squares down the bottom. How many directions of the wind are blowing here? You see how many different slants here? It's like a Borg thing. It's just settled right here. You can get anything more square than that? The trapezius. Hey, it's nice to see some birds out there. How you doing? Caw, 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 just for you. Will we hear their call? Not as much like getting to that boom, boom, plume there. Look, pluming off, pointing right at the spot. Right where my middle finger is. You get that wedge right there, pointing at it. You get this wedge right here, pointing at it. You get some darker streamer here, pointing at it. Point right at it. And come on. Even the birds up there, the old crow sees it. Yeah, great shot. Great capture there. Hey, thank you for that. Doo-doo. What else we got? Oh, my. South New Zealand again. Yeah, you showed yours earlier. Showed that one. Showed that one. This one here was perplexing me. Is this now? It says interesting, but you're not telling me when. Well, let's have a quick look at this one. Anyhow. Hey, see what I think. All these images become appropriate. I don't know who the fuck. I'm just using them so I can zoom in on them. Hey, they're mine now. Now let's see if we can pick. Oh, well, how many levels of crap you got going on? You got this thin level of shit there in one level. And just through the gaps, you see some high level fucking clouds being lit by the sun, slightly different. It's carrying a lot of crap in it. And way up high, you got these other clouds, and they're like super white lit because they've got a lot of sun on them. And so those will be a different layer of the atmosphere. Further in the distance, sun will be like you had the sunrise behind you. No, sunrise is right here. Okay, so there's sunrise. Hey, well done. Yeah, look at how all these streamers of EMF. This is an undulating cloud. It's doing one of those wave forward things where it goes like that. And if you had a time lapse, you'd actually see that moving. That would be a great place to set a time lapse camera. Oh, you got a lot of puzzle layer crap going on here. As this is moving down, like it's trying to drop its condensates, but they're not hitting the ground. They're blowing back up. So they're not heavy enough to fall to the ground yet. That's what those will be. It is very dramatic shit. Big line of shit right here. It is trying to drop its load. And it's not making it. It's not making it. What a fucking shame. My God, that's a sky picture and a half right there. Thank you very much for participating in that. Do I see any chemicals in the formations? Anything we're typically used to seeing? Because it's like them daytime firework flak, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. The pixels are picking up on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dates of crypt deploy in there. It's squares and squares. I know if I zoom in eventually you get just all squares from the pixels, but that's showing the dot with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 around the outside of it right there. So you definitely have chem deploying to help propagate the waveform, and quite a bit of it I'd say right here. And that stuff's not healthy. Hey, so where exactly were we? What this is going on? Just doesn't tell me. You get a gur in that one. South Australia. Well, it's probably up underneath all this crap down here. Because boy, did you guys get bug sprayed today. That's what I was joking about. Was it fireworks for you celebrating the Dan the Gland leaving day? Yeah, imagine there's a new testicle. He's going to come along and teabag your ass. Because where there's a banker, there's always another one. You could bank on it. You get their whiff jab. Look at all this crap streaming by here. KKK, is the Klan having a meeting over here? Or is those swastikas? Oh, Schwabble, he sprayed your skies. Oh, Schwabble, you'll own nothing, and you'll smile. Oh, God, look at all these bombs continually going off. They're making the upside-down T here. Whammo, bomb. Into the vag formation. Oh, Virginia. Look at the M over in the sky. Mighty Mouse. Into the degenerated Hitler stamp. The totalitarian combination proceeds to deploy the gas chamber over the innocent population of Australia, streaming toward the coast with its fire accelerants. As the low pressure starts to curl it on in here, it's going to bring a few storms their way. Nothing major. A huge deployment over the actual population center itself, over your lot. See that sudden bombing? Boom! And that happened about an hour and 20 minutes ago. See that one there? So I wonder if we have any traffic cam data in that. Boy. So let's go down that way and see what we shall see. This should show me. I want to lie. I'm going to find it. One way or another, they're not gonna hide it. Their guilt is in the sky, they ain't hide it or disguise it. 'Cause your eyes will tell you the truth then. You gotta just accept it, man. You've been lied to. Liars are always liars. And well, not always do their pays catch on fire straight away. Look at the crap in the air here, huh? Triangles there. Tendril pointing toward that spot. So that's a trapezoid deployment there. A lot of EMF ripples are through here, but there's no real huge points to show. Hi, the Angel of Death formation. What in the hell is that? There's a creepy crawler. Ain't a vag. Vroom. But if you look close inside that, you see a square. There's more than one kind of deployment going on over that one spot on different layers of the atmosphere. But it's not really the shed I'm looking for. This place here was bad. Really bad. They was horsing around in the skies. So let's see what we see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there with a star in the center. Cool looking plane. Things pointing at a spot. When the wedges are all pointing toward a spot, well, even a sniper wouldn't think twice about where to put the bullet that day. And well, when the bullet's being rammed down all our throats, it ain't the Russians that are rouletting us. That's for damn sure. Big squares in the top deck. And this fucking in the spider. How you doing there, Keith? I thank you very much. We do not want to be sprayed like bugs. And what do we got going over here at the north of Mildura Airport? It's got a very dramatic picture. See that V wedge of EMF? Straight line there. You got more chem bombs in this picture than I can start to point at. There's 4 of them over here. Point at a spot. See right there? Start to recognize it. It's the geometry of it. See, there's one right here. That. Inside a square, blowing it out in the center of this cloud mass here. And another one right here, doing the same thing. And it looks like a sphinx blowing its nose. Hey, come on now. We always have some imaginarium in our life, but it's no joking matter. Some of the stuff I'm showing you here. This is life and death. This deck is going underneath that top deck. So there's 2 different layers of cirrus cloud all in one spot. Like you seriously, cirrus clouds used to had certain conditions to form, and it wasn't all the time. But when you start creating the conditions that move the flows to any layer of the atmosphere the geoengineers choose to have it, oh, nice antenna field you got there, mister. What in the hell is that? It's a little harp you got there. Stars. Hey, Northern Hemisphere, you see that's Orion upside down. See, look, there's the belt. Let's go the other way. Shit blew my mind when they first went there. There it is again. Harp you go. Yeah, that's what that is. Or they track in there, or they grow in tomatoes. Tracking near Earth object. What do we got going on here, anyhow? Those look like insulators. Yeah, I'm very curious about these high gain antennas that are pointed toward the sky here in this facility at this airport. So they got their own fryer right here. Look at it blowed out in the sky. Look at a hole. Look at them frying going on over the top of this airport. What was it like yesterday? Oh, they had a beautiful sky. Yeah, my ball in those. All right, somebody local, I want information. Do some homework for me over here. East Madoral Airport is 09 degrees east looking. Oh, I see something else. Oh, come on. They got all sorts of weather stations here. There's a big fryer right there. I know some people, they could sit on it. Can I have a big golf club, please? Here's my ultimate picture. They fry their own existence up, so they got a herp field as well. Okay. Ew. What a bunch of nabs. And there's their nab. And they could shuck the old Schwab. I'm getting upset. So let's see if we got any other imageries to have a look at here. Anything down there at the bottom. Is that a pyramid? That's very cool. Yeah, but nothing to see here. over the Wollenben Mountains. You're sorry that you're driving. Okay, so I can't look at it because I don't want to get in an accident. What did a big square there say? See that right there? Whammo. It's hard to do a determine because it's not very clear. Wait, that was very obvious. Obvious is South New Zealand. All right, we had you already. We had that. And Melinda and Southeast Adelaide. Let's see what we can do with this. And have a sip of my beverage over here. Right, what we get here is a whole shitload of downloads, huh? All right, let's see what you got going on here, Belinda. I mean Melinda. There we go. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see the tendril there. Black lines point right at that spot right there. Wow, my thumb is right in the center of a chem bomb. How many directions of the wind did you have going here? I mean, according to this, you have one blowing that way, one blowing that way, one layer behind the other, marching into the distance. And again, like that other shot, you had a lot of different deployments, and you're Adelaide way, so I have to take you over down the coast. And you got all low deck deployments, so I might be able to pick up on it. It's just all this crap being merged one over the top of you. If you were Dorothy, you would have had the absolute crime scene. Maybe something will show up for you. Well, looking that way, Kangaroo Island, I might can catch something looking north. Northeast, yeah, that will put me looking that direction. Give me a minute while I get my bearings. All right, northwest, so that'll have us looking toward the Yorktown Peninsula. You can say it's not very windy right there. Either that or somebody's tired. Mr. Winky is tired today. Yeah, we got some squares over here, a big burn thing over here. So you got one cloud, one behind the other, and the curler. Nothing very obvious. They need to wipe that camera off here. This is a pitiful excuse. But we'd still get the sickness mixed deployment too. You see those kind of streamers? Triple shot right there. So lots of chem has been deployed. And we're looking at towards the Mornington Peninsula. I think the other camera was in better shape. Not by a long shot though. And not very well, I would say. Not very, very well. We got the SS over here. See the dot? Streamer enough. They're very obvious, the chem bombs. Oh, you just look up, you'll see them. It's hard to accept that there's something that evil in the world that would do this to us. Now we should hear about this on the news, but the news is owned by the people that do this. Is they're not going to tell on ourselves. Can you get anything more triangular than that? You know, if the TRB craft flew over you, would you ever recognize it with your own eyes if you ever should? Let me just ask you a question. Only you can answer. As I go a little bit north over here toward, where was I at? Kapunda or something like that? Yeah, Kapunda. Kapunda Kinte over here. Yeah, Kapunda. What's your name? My name is No More, No More. I see, even at night, you're lit up by the moonlight. You see the bombs. They had to block the moonlight. Wedges pointing towards the spot. Squares with the moonlight above them. And the moonlight's your birthright, too, to be able to enjoy it. Where that thing moved. Look, the thing just moved. Yes, I noticed it. Beautiful, blessed fields grow and oxygenate and hold life inside you as precious as we do. You know, that's all I could think about that. Hey, we are at why Gary? Because I care. Well, let's see if anything interesting happens here. Oh, yeah, spider activity. Whammo. We go tomorrow. Blue skies. That's nice. But that's not so nice. It's not nice. It's like soggy rice, not nice. Everything's pointing at a spot here. A blown out square with a dot. And I'm not just clutching at straws to find these things. I'd rather just see the beautiful blue sky. But when it's obvious you've had a deployment over here in the distance, marching on of all these squares and dots. I wish I could get a zoom on this image. Maybe we could be lucky. I want to zoom in on this. I don't know what it's going to do. Oh, it is doing a terribleness. Uh-oh, should have done that. But it's not going to open it how I want. Okay, well, forget that. You know, there's always one way, more than one way to skin a kid. I've locked up my screen. There. Sorry about that, folks. I wanted a better shot of this. Where's this? Here's more than one way to skin this old kid. Right. Zoom in on that. As you could even see in that airport photo, everything's pointing towards an area of absolute abomination. How many directions is it deploying laterally? Is it deploying up? Is it down? Is it towards you? Is it away? You know, there's the formations here, even right before your eyes in the sky. And then all these puffy white clouds that I used to lay on the grass in my neighbor and look at it and see. You know, the animals, like, you know, I would see a dolphin like I see here. I wouldn't ever see something like that. But the elephant in the room is his license passed away. And people refuse to acknowledge that the geoengineering that's right before their eyes. Why? Because you didn't know about it? It was a time I didn't know about these things. But once you know about it, how could you keep quiet? How could you watch your family being killed? And everything in this world is my family. Whether you like it or not. I can feel that way. And I look at my family sent me pictures today. I'll look at this crap here in the sky. Bit of a trapezoid going on there. What, you needed some cloud to block the little bit of sunlight to flower the garden, which gives you bombed it off some more. Do you see the formations now? Is it easily recognizable to you? And I hope this helps in any way to even unite your family that's been arguing with you that you were wrong. Now have them open their eyes and look. Take their own picture, take their own time, and as I travel, I welcome to meet and conversate with them and show them any kind of documented proof of questions in a civil manner, of course. I don't want no abusivenesses. Right? And together we could fix all this shit. Because we have to start by talking. And if we don't talk about this, this is game over for us. And, well, it's not up to some rich billionaire who wants to be a trillionaire as his goal to tell us we're going to own nothing and be happy. It's not up to us to block the sunlight from these creatures. And, well, it is up to us to get together and stop this. So thank you guys for participating in the show the way you did. Big love and peace.